Lindsay with MPS Adaptive Athletics, and this is
Lisa Brightrick. I'm with Milwaukee Public Schools as the Adaptive Phy-Ed Specialist.
Today we are going to go through some adaptive soccer skills. Since we are not in school in-person learning, we are going to give you guys some opportunities to do some soccer skills at home.
One of the most important things to remember when playing soccer is that we don't use our hands. So we use our feet to dribble the ball, to stop the ball, and to kick the ball. So let's go over the parts of the foot that we do use. First off is the bottom of your foot. This is the bottom, and you will use the bottom when you trap the ball, which we'll go over a little bit later. Next is the top, the toe, okay? Right here, this is the toe, and you can kick with the toe, okay? That is another way of moving the ball. And the instep. This is where you will do most of your kicking in a soccer game or a soccer skills. Instep, toe, bottom. And you can also use the outside of your foot to kick the ball.
All right, for our warm-ups today, Lisa is going to show us. We're going to get started by running in place.
It's nice and easy. Move your arms, try to lift your knees up. Just try to keep moving for about 30 seconds.
Aim for 30 seconds.
And this really gets your heart rate up, gets the blood flowing, and it's just going to be easier for you to move. Okay, after you would run in place for 30 seconds, what I want you to do is put your arms out, have your students put their arms out, palms down. We're just going to do arm circles forward, small circles, make them a little bit bigger. Stop, palms up towards the ceiling. Now we go backwards. Smaller circles and a little bit bigger. Okay, next, put your feet about shoulder width apart, and we're going to do some trunk twists, just going side to side. Really loosen up your back muscles, your stomach muscles. Okay, after that, we're going to do some jumping jacks. We're going to start with our feet together, our hands down at our side. When our feet go apart, our hands come up. Let's do 15 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, after jumping jacks, we're going to do windmills. You're going to take your one arm and you're going to reach down towards your opposite foot. Try to keep your knees straight. You're going to come back up to standing position. Then you're going to go other arm to your opposite foot. So it looks like this. And we want to do about 15 of them. Okay, after you've done 15 of them, the last one we're going to do, put your feet together nice and close. Just hang down, see if you can touch your toes. Hold that for about 15 seconds. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs. Come on up, and that completes our warm-ups. The first skill we're going to work on is passing and trapping the soccer ball. So I'm going to have Lindsay slide over there a little bit. I'm going to stand on the blue line, and by trapping the ball, we put our foot on top, and that just holds the ball in place, because what I want to do next is I want to kick the ball lightly to my partner, and I'm going to practice using the instep or the inside of my foot. Okay, so I got my foot on top. I'm going to stand with my other foot to the side of the ball, and I'm going to kick with my instep. Lindsay will trap the ball, and she will do the same thing. She will put her own foot to the side of the ball and kick with her instep. Trap, foot to the side of the ball, kick with instep. The key is to making sure you stop the ball first before you kick it. Okay? Always remember, the non-kicking foot goes to the side of the ball. The kicking foot, turn it sideways and follow through with your instep.
For those of you who are lefty, it's the same exact process.
Now my right foot goes to the side. I kick with my left foot. For our next progression, we're going to work on kicking the soccer ball, but we're going to aim it at a target this time. So we have cones. If you don't have cones around, you could use water bottles, soda bottles, anything that gives you a target to kick at. So I'm going to have Lindsay put the cones down, and we're going to be pretty close to these cones, okay? And we're going to do all the things we just talked about. I'm going to put my foot to the side of the ball. I'm going to use my instep, and I'm going to aim at that red cone first and see if I can hit it, which I did. My partner gives the ball back to me. I try to trap it. Then, same thing, put my foot to the side of the ball and see if I can hit the cone. And the last one, foot to the side, and see if I can hit the cone. So that is a little bit of target practice that we like to do with the kids, just to give them a target that they can aim for. Our next progression in passing would just be to start fairly close together with your partner. If you can have 5 kicks back and forth, trapping the ball and kicking it to your partner without the ball rolling away, then each of you can take 1 step backwards. So Lindsay and I will start this far apart, and we're going to try to do 5 passes. If we are successful, we will both take a step backwards. Once again, foot on top to trap the ball, my other foot to the side, I kick through. Four and 5. Okay, we were successful. The ball didn't roll away from us. So we're both going to take 1 step backwards and continue from there. Okay, one more time. I take a step back. Lindsay takes a step back. And hopefully we'll be successful here. So you can see as students get better at passing, the progression is just back them up a little bit further and see how far they can go without making too many mistakes. Okay, now we're going to start talking about dribbling in soccer. And as hopefully you know, dribbling does not mean with our hands like in basketball. Dribbling means with our foot, which we talked about earlier. So the first thing we're going to practice with kids is just toe taps. So I have my foot on top of the ball. I'm kind of trapping the ball to start so the ball doesn't roll away. And I'm just going to alternate my feet, okay, and just keep switching feet, kind of trapping the ball nice and lightly, more with the front part of my foot, not my heel, but just more the toe area. So these are called toe taps. And this just helps with control. A little bit of balance we work on here because they're balancing on 1 foot for a short time. Okay, after toe taps, then we would just work on them standing and seeing if they can kick the ball in between their feet. Go from the right foot to the left, and this is more challenging. But once again, it's all working on control. After that, we would progress to dribbling to a cone. So I'm going to back up a little bit. So I'm going to move and dribble this time. And I start always by trapping my ball. And then I'm going to dribble and just try to control the ball. I'm not moving fast, I'm just walking. If I can go around a cone and back to my starting point. And you want to stress that the ball should not be way out in front of the athlete. The ball should be kept very close to you. So once again, just slow and controlled in between the feet. It's just walking, we are not running. You come back, trap the ball on top, and we're finished with that skill. If they are advanced and can do more, then obviously the next progression we would do would be to move a little faster, more of a run, down and back. Once again, always controlling the ball. Once again, down and back, and bring it back. The ball should never be way out in front, and trap the ball one last time. For our last dribbling skill, we want to challenge some of the athletes that can handle the ball pretty well. So what we do is just set up a little zigzag cones. They want to go kind of like a figure eight, go in between. So start with their foot on top, dribble using their instep and their toe, go in between the cones. If they struggle with it, trap it at the end, and then just move it around, come back in between the cones once again. And we would do it much longer, more than 3 cones, but just for purposes of filming this, we just put out 3 cones for this challenge.
All right, for our final soccer skill, we are going to do shooting. Just like when you pass the ball, Lisa's going to step, you're going to put your plant foot next to it, and then you are going to kick with your toe. Here you go. Let's do it again. For our beginners, let's make sure we start nice and close. She's going to plant her foot and follow through with the kick. Let's get 3 of them. Nice. If you're a little bit more advanced, we're going to have you step back a little bit farther. Let's see if you can do it this way. Plant, step, and follow through. Plant, kick. Nice. One more. Plant. Now, for the next progression, we are going to do where I will pass it to my partner, and my partner will trap it, then kick it. I'll start with the ball. I'm going to give her a nice soft pass. She's going to trap it, then kick it. Nice work. Do that 3 times. Pass, trap it, and kick. One more. Pass, trap, kick. Now, for our more advanced, we're going to have you do it on the fly, meaning you're not going to trap it, you're just going to plant and shoot. So I'm going to pass it, shoot. Nice work. All right, Lisa, we'll go over and she'll pass it to me, and then I'll do the same thing. She's going to pass it, I'm just going to shoot. Hope you enjoyed our soccer skills.